So President Obama just finished his major press conference. How did he do? What really stood out? Well, I was struck by how forceful and even angry he seemed at times. You could tell the president was tired of all the naysayers on the Democratic and liberal side saying that he had no values, that he caves. He made a very, very forceful argument saying, look, if I listen to you guys, we'd never have national health care. For 100 years, Democrats have tried to get a national health care bill passed. Yes, I did compromise on one particular provision of, of having the single payer option, but that wasn't the issue there. His point is, hey, I got something passed, no one else did, and now you're trying to criticize me for a compromise. What he laid out very forcefully in this press conference was his belief that we absolutely, positively had to have the unemployment benefits continue for the 2 million Americans who are about to see their unemployment benefits stop. So he said, yeah, it's not an ideal world. It is a compromise. The Republicans get the tax cuts on the wealthiest of Americans so that the bottom 2 million who are unemployed are going to continue to get their benefits. Now, the thing that really jumped out at me in this press conference was he finally has taken the gloves off. He called the Republicans terrorists. He said, you don't want to deal with terrorists, but at some point, if they are in fact going to terrorize their victims, you have to give them what they want. I certainly suspect that this will be the phrase that the media, the pundits, the conservatives, the talk show hosts are going to pounce on. It's going to inflame them, it's going to anger them, but so what? It's not as if Rush Limbaugh were going to be praising Obama otherwise. And I do think that a number of the president's Democratic and moderate and independent critics are going to feel somewhat satisfied with this press conference because they're going to find it, they're going to assume and judge the president to finally have a little backbone and be willing to stand up and be more confrontational to his Republican opponents and his conservative opponents. So much of what bothers the Bill Mahers of the world, the Frank Riches, the other Democratic critics of the president is that he doesn't seem to be willing to hit back. So many times he is pounded by his conservative opposition. Today he fought back forcefully, laid out the case for why the compromise on tax cuts was acceptable and in keeping with Democratic ideals. So I think that this press conference somewhat neutralizes the opposition he's facing among Democrats. Some independents will find it satisfying. You are going to see tremendous opposition and attack, and the flames will be fanned on the conservative side, conservative websites and talk radio, but that is not going to hurt the president at this point. I'm TJ Walker. What did you think? Post your comments right here.